60 and 101.1 FM. And Indiana Borough Police Chief Justin Schawl is with us. You brought somebody with you today, too, didn't you?
I did. Good morning. I have with me newly promoted Sergeant Eric Slovinsky with the Indiana Police Department.
Mm-hmm. It's good to be able to talk with him on the air. We've had you in the production studio. We've talked with you outside of the broadcast facility. But it's good to get you on the air with us here today. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I guess I have had you on the air, haven't I?
Yes, I think last year we talked.
Yeah.
We talked about, I think, same kind of stuff we're going to talk about today.
Which is
we got May being the bicycle month, so a lot of new bicycle stuff is coming. We got the new multimodal corridor.
Yeah.
With the Hoodlebug extension coming up to 8th Street. So that's going to be new at the end of the summer.
Yeah, got the kids' bike to school days tomorrow.
We got kids' bike to school day tomorrow. That's a big event going on.
Yeah, and we see you on your bike a lot, so we do.
Try to be seen. I enjoy bicycle patrol. That's one of the my favorite things to do.
Sure. All right, so let's talk a little bit about bicycle safety and bicycle rules and regulations people might not be aware of as drivers of motor vehicles or as bicyclists themselves. Sort of give us the primer there, the primer.
Well, basically the main thing to remember is when you're on a bicycle, when you're riding on the road, you have to follow the same rules as a vehicle. So when you come up to stop signs, you have to stop just like a vehicle. You got to use your hand and arm signals as turn signals. Red lights, same thing. And you also need to ride with traffic, just like you're a vehicle. Primarily, you want to stay as practicable as you can to the right and be aware of passing vehicles. Now, on the vehicle side of it, vehicles need to pass on the left and give at least 4 foot distance between the bicycle and the vehicle. So although it might not be able to do that in heavy traffic, you might have to wait, and that's we got to pay attention to the safety of the bicyclists because you're in a vehicle and they're on a bicycle, so it's a big thing, and we don't want to have any bicycle accidents that we have to investigate. So the less of those, the better.
In a collision, the guy on the bike always loses. That's basically it, right?
Yes, I haven't found the other way yet.
still. Well, we hope that there is some other way, but we haven't found it yet, and so extreme caution is called for. And this is the season. It becomes the season now. Motorcycles are out there. Bicycles are out there. At least with a motorcycle, you're going to see a headlight coming at you.
True.
In a bicycle, not always the case. That's rarely the case.
That's true. But if you're riding at night, bicycle, you're required to have a light on the front and a red light on the back. But during the day, there's no requirements for it.
Yeah.
One thing also, last Saturday we started the Rails to Trails. It was the opening day for the trails in Indiana County. So we had a bike ride. We left from the Schwinn shop and we went up to where the multimodal Hoodlebug trail started, and we took that trail down for a while.
Yeah.
So it kind of broke the ice on that part of it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, here this spring you're breaking the mud as much as you're breaking the ice.
Well, we were on the road, so there wasn't any mud.
There you go. Chief Schawl, obviously bicycle safety is one of the things. Watching for pedestrians and especially little kids. Summer's coming, kids are going to be out of school, and we're going to see them everywhere, aren't we?
Oh, my goodness. Well, you're absolutely right. With the weather breaking, we want to see more folks outside walking around. It's a great time to see children running and playing. These are the best things about Indiana. And safety is everyone's responsibility, whether you're a motorist, a bicyclist, a pedestrian, a student. May is a great month in Indiana. Things start ramping up. There's celebrations in the air. IUP set to graduate. Soon the high school's set to graduate. Summer's upon us. There are so many opportunities for us, especially when the weather turns nice, to be outside that we really, really need everyone's cooperation, everyone's support, everyone's understanding that a small individual role will go a long way in a positive way towards keeping others safe. At the end of the day, when someone's hurt in a crash, there's a technical responsibility, but it doesn't make either party feel good or healthy or safe to know that they weren't at fault. If you were injured, it doesn't matter whether you were at fault or not. We want to avoid the injury. We want to avoid the collision and the damage. And so we are trying a number of things and to keep everyone safe. So you will see an increase in police presence on foot, in a car, on a bicycle, and messages such as this are just, please be alert. Everyone's safety is everyone's priority and everyone's responsibility.
Now, since both of you are here and both of you are with Indiana Borough Police, and we're going to visit this topic again, I'm sure, in the coming months. A year or so ago, I can't recall exactly how long ago it was, a little girl on the street down on Water Street, walking along the sidewalk. Some guy came up in a car, tried to lure her into the car. Went around the block, tried to lure her in again. She did the absolute right thing, and she managed to avoid being abducted. People in neighborhoods need to be aware of who's in their neighborhood, and to watch out for our kids, because here comes summer, and kids will be out, and it's everybody's responsibility, isn't it, to take a look and make sure that our children are being safe.
Well, 100%. Do not underestimate your ability to sense when something is out of place. We live in community. We have community in the 1st Ward, 2nd Ward, 3rd Ward, 4th Ward. We have a business community. We have a downtown community. You will know when something is out of place. Trust your judgment and contact the police. We will always be responsive and receptive to any concern or complaint. You don't have to be certain you're 100% right. As long as you're reporting something in good faith to the police department, we will then, in return, conduct a good faith investigation. And that doesn't necessarily mean being intrusive. But I would rather have more information than less in any situation.
Yeah.
And that's important to know when the weather breaks, because not everyone is good intentioned, sadly. And we have to be careful. We have to take care of each other. We have to watch out for each other. And I want to encourage every citizen of Indiana Borough and every visitor to Indiana Borough that you have an excellent police department. You have a staff that understands, as evidenced by the promotion of Eric Slovinsky. Eric's a great guy. If you get to know him, you would know that he's extremely approachable. He's extremely knowledgeable. He's seen all facets of the police world in his 12-year police career. He's an enormous asset to the community. And we have 19 other police officers that I could say the same thing about. Yeah. And that's exciting for me as the chief of police. It should be encouraging as a resident of Indiana Borough. We want to be great for everyone. And but it can't be done without everyone's assistance. No one can do that.
Eric, that new stripe looks good on you.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah. Tell me about being a sergeant now and how that changes your role within the police department.
Well, it changed my role significantly. Prior, I was traffic officer, so dealing mostly with accidents or road complaints, vehicle complaints, speeding vehicles, that type of thing. So my promotion switched gears to now in a supervisor role, back to patrol. So I'll be utilizing different strengths and knowledges that I have in leading our officers on the various shifts. I took this as a great opportunity to share my wisdom and provide our officers with my wisdom and knowledge to make them great. And that's touching back a little bit what Chief was talking about with the community and them seeing being our eyes and ears. We have to be a partnership with the community because we're not everywhere. We need to lean on the residents and the people that know the area to give us the feedback and let us know, what's right, what's wrong, what doesn't look right, and so forth.
Younger officers who are new to the force or not as experienced as others, they really have to rely upon the two of you. You've been doing this for a lot of years. The other veterans within the organization, it's a really, really valuable thing to be able to pass down your experiences to others, so that that helps them train their eyes.
Yes, that's true. And whether the experience is good or bad, you learn from both. I've made lots of mistakes, but we learn from that, and we try not to duplicate the mistakes and try not to let anybody else make the same mistakes. But it's ever changing, and we just have to grow from that and continue to strive and try to be great. And
yeah. You on a bike tomorrow morning?
I am. I will. I'll probably be leading the group, leaving from the KCAC arena. Mm-hmm. We have 2 groups to go with help from the Sheriff's Department and IUP. We'll be going to Eisenhower and Horace Mann.
Ever seen Chief Schawl on a bike?
I have not.
No.
I have not.
I understand he has really lousy legs. I'm just saying.
I would get on a bicycle. There would be no problem. I would say I would offer just two things. I know we're getting close to close, but number one, I have a great staff, so it makes anything that I do a lot easier, and it gives me encouragement that the younger officers that we have are learning from folks who are doing the right things. It's easy to say sometimes the right things. Much more difficult to constantly be doing the things that you say are right, and I have a group that does the things that they say are right, and I can vouch for what they do, and it gives me great peace. And I would offer, just in closing, that as far as we talk about traffic safety, we do have some recent concerns on North 5th Street between Water Street and the senior high school. Mm-hmm. And so I would just encourage anyone listening, any parents of students, I know that we're in a hurry, I know that we're excited, I know that we're rushing to get our kids to the junior high and the senior high. We do have kids walking to school in that area and crossing intersections. Safety is everyone's responsibility. So you're going to see an increased police presence in that area and some others where there is some increased pedestrian and vehicle traffic in the area. That's for everyone's safety. And we ask for your partnership in that.
Absolutely. Wonderful. All right, gentlemen. It's good to have you both in the studio with us tomorrow. The bike to school thing starts at what time here?
We're gathering at 7:30, leaving shortly after 8.
All right, and the route is going to take the kids to where?
We're like I said,
Horace Mann?
Starting at KCAC. We're going to go northbound, and then we split on School Street, and one group goes to Horace Mann, and the other group goes to Eisenhower.
All right. Safety for everybody. Not only tomorrow, but all year round.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, thanks so much. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160 and 101.1 FM.